Yo, what is up everyone? Welcome back to another Free Trick Friday. My name is Nick Soriano and this is the Fantasma Magic YouTube channel, and I'm excited for what I'm teaching you guys today. It is super easy to do, but it is very hard hitting, and it bounces off of the crosscut force, which I taught 2 Free Trick Fridays ago. So if you haven't seen that, make sure to click down below and go check that out right now. So without further ado, let's jump down below so I can show you guys the effect, teach you exactly how to do it, and you guys can be performing it in no time. Alright guys, so this is the performance for the effect. You're going to have the spectator cut the pack wherever they want. Perfect, they cut it. You're just going to mark the cut and inform them that they could have cut anywhere they wanted. And if you ask them if they felt influenced in any way, shape, or form, but for some reason they cut directly in the center. You didn't ask them to do so, they could have cut higher, they could have cut lower, but they cut to exactly one card. And you're going to tell them to look at the card that they cut to. They're going to take it, they're going to look at it, they're going to memorize that card, and that card is going to go back into the pack of playing cards in a random location. Now you're going to inform them that you don't know what their card is, but you're going to have something help you. So you're going to go through the pack and you're going to find this one card, perfect, right here. This card right here. So this card is the Joker, as you can see, and it has a monkey sitting on a Rubik's Cube, holding a mirror in his hand with the second Rubik's Cube. It's a little weird, but this guy helps me out. And you want to know how? Watch. So now this is where this guy comes in. You're going to ask them to watch closely, because if you actually heat up the ink on the card, just like so, you can actually see that something happened. That the Rubik's Cube actually melted. So the heat actually melted the Rubik's Cube, and you can see in his hand he has one card, if you guys can make that out on camera, and it's the Ace of Hearts, their selection. So that's the trick, guys. It's pretty neat. Then after this, they can inspect the card as much as they want. They could check it out, they could look at it, they could try to rub the ink, nothing's gonna happen. They could try to reheat it. Trust me, this is a pretty solid effect. So there you guys go, that is the effect, that's the reveal. You could hand this out, they could toy around with it, try to rub the ink as much as they want. They're not gonna get anywhere because it includes an almost duplicate card. So what you're gonna need is, since the reveal is the Ace of Hearts, you're gonna take out the Ace of Hearts, and this is the order that it all goes on top of the deck. You're gonna put the melted Rubik's Cube first, then the normal Rubik's Cube on top, and then the Ace of Hearts on top of that effect. And you're gonna perform the crosscut force. If you guys don't know how to do the crosscut force, I will link that video down below. I already taught that 2 Free Trick Fridays ago. So all it is here, you have them cut, bang, rest of the pack goes on top. You're gonna misdirect them for a little bit, tell them then to take their selection. They're gonna take their selection. It's fine if you lose those Rubik's Cube cards, because as long as they're together in the pack, it's really okay, so you don't have to keep a break or anything like that. Then you're gonna show them their selection. They can look at their selection. They could even take their selection, look at it. They could put it back wherever you want. You can actually have them lift up and put it back in the pack wherever they want. Then all you're gonna do from here is now take the pack. You're gonna say, I can't find your card alone, so I need a little bit of help of someone. And all you're doing here is you're gonna scroll through, you're gonna go through the pack, and you're gonna find the 2 jokers, which are right here. And you're gonna break at the joker closest to your left hand. So you're gonna break there. So now you're putting both of these jokers to the top of the pack, just like so. So now all you did is you went to the jokers, you found the jokers, and you put them in the pack, saying you're just doing this for one card. And then you're gonna turn this card over, and you could hand that out. They could look at it, they could rub it. You could tell them, make sure the ink doesn't rub off or anything like that, and they could inspect this as much as you want, and you want them to acknowledge that, you know, they really do examine, so they don't, when you do the change, they didn't think that maybe the Ace of Hearts was there already, and they just didn't see it happen. So maybe just tell them to look at it, then you're gonna get it back. This is what I like to do since it's melting. I like to use a lighter. If you're under the age of 18, please do not perform this effect unless you have a parental supervision. If not, you could also do this with the rub on the arm to produce heat. That's another one. I'll show you guys how to do that. But say the one with the lighter is, you'll have the lighter go on, and then all that's gonna happen here is you're spreading across, and you're just going to catch a pinky break under the other card. So now right here you have a double. So right here is a double. And all you're doing is you're using your middle finger and your thumb to grab on the top right corner and the bottom left corner of the card. And all that's happening here is this index finger is rotating this around to this side. So all that's happening is once I grab like so and I come over the fire, as I'm coming up to the fire in that motion, I'm spinning around and then heating it up like this on top, and then you could show them. And I like to directly place it on top of the pack right away. Now guys, one thing that I want to stress that you guys have to be very careful about is you guys want to take care of your cards. So you don't want to hold it directly over top of the flame and give it a little rub like that, because what you'll end up doing is burning the bottom of your card, and you do not want that. Hold it at a distance up here. You can give it a little shake. The heat is good enough to, you know, have that effect. You do not have to hold it right over the flame and keep it there, because that you're going to end up lighting your card on fire. You're going to end up burning it and actually bowing it and kind of warping the playing card itself. One thing that I can't stress enough is you guys have to be very careful. Try not to burn your fingers. Do not burn your fingers. Do not hold it over for too long. It's going to take practice. That's why I'm saying keep it high above the flame. Do not actually do it above the flame. I'm only doing it above the flame just so you guys can see it in camera. If I was normally performing this, it would be up here, up high, far away from the flame, avoiding any way to burn your fingers. So do not do it on top of the flame and do not burn yourself. Be very, very careful. So if you're doing it without the flame, it should look like this. You can actually take the card and actually give it a rub on the hand and produce heat to actually show that the Rubik's Cube has melted, and it also reveals his card up there. So all that's doing is it's doing the same motion as before, guys. You're just rotating the index finger, and I do it as I'm going to shake on the hand. So what I just did there is as I'm going to shake on the arm, I rotate it there and give it a little rub in the arm, and it changes. So that's all in the motion. If you guys haven't noticed already, it's all in the motion of doing something. So as you go to put it over the fire, you're changing it, or as you're going to rub it on the arm, you're changing it, because that's when there's most going on, and kind of they're not as focused in on the card as if you're just rubbing it right there and they're really focused and they're looking directly at the card. It's better when you're doing it in the motion of something, because it's almost impossible to really see. And then you could put the card back on top of the pack, throw it off, show, they could examine. You're good to go. That is the effect. That is the trick. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Remember, once again, to be very, very careful. Be very responsible when it comes to the fire. Hold it well above the flame, and do not end up touching the flame, because you guys are going to burn yourself, and I don't want that happening. And if worse comes to worse and you don't want to do that effect, just do the one where you rub on the arm. It's just as good. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys really like this effect. And that is that. Let's go to the outro. So there you guys have it. That is the effect. That is the tutorial. I'm super excited for this one. This is a great one. This is a really hard hitter. Do not overlook this one, because they're physically seeing a picture printed onto the card change right in front of their eyes, and then right after you can hand them that they could try to push it around, scratch it off as much as they want. They're not going to get anywhere because it's a normal printed card. Now, of course, you're going to need the Rubik's Cube deck, like I said before. I'm going to link that down below, so please go pick it up, go check it out. And there's a few hidden features built into this deck on top of the Jokers that I'm going to let you guys figure out about yourself. And if you do, we want to hear at Fantasma Magic, so please DM us on Instagram and let us know if you found out the hidden features in this deck. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that little bell notification icon right next to the subscribe button so you guys can stay notified as soon as we post another one of these Free Trick Fridays, or when we post our trailers, so you guys can be the first one to the website to pick up the newest, the hottest, the baddest items in the Magic community right now. So I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out, and have a great rest of your day.